Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Azhar Ali, Assistant Professor, Electrical Engineering Department, Sarhad University, Peshawar. Dear students, in the second lecture of 7th week for the course General Mathematics and Statistics, today we are going to learn about solution of system of linear equations by Cramer rule. Solving linear system by Cramer rule means, suppose we have a system of non-homogeneous linear equation, then first of all write the system in the matrix form Ax is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix and X is the coefficient of unknown variable, X is the matrix of unknown variable, and B is the constant which on the right hand side of the equations. Now, so we have yet another way of solving system which you may like more, called Cramer rule. Cramer is a Swiss mathematician in 1750 named Gabriel Cramer came up with this method. Cramer's rule is a method of solving a system of linear equations through the use of determinants. So in this lecture today we will again repeat the procedure of determinant, simple for the 2 by 2 matrix and 3 by 3 matrix. Remember that the matrix must be a square and invertible. Invertible means the matrix will be non-singular. Here matrix represent the coefficient matrix. So the number of equations for the invertible matrix and for the square matrix. So for the square matrix the number of equations must equal the number of unknowns which appears in the given system. Now for the determinant, suppose we have square matrix n by n. N by n matrix has an associated value called its determinant, shown by a straight vertical symbol like this symbol. Suppose we have a 2 by 2 matrix contain the elements 1, 2 and 3, 4. So the determinant of that matrix will be in this presentation. And dear students, note that the determinant as a useful measure. Suppose we have a 2 by 2 matrix, then for the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix, find the subtraction, find the difference of the product of the diagonals. This is the first diagonal and this is the second diagonal. So find the difference of the products of the entries of the diagonal. First of all, multiplied these two entry and then multiplied these two entry and then subtract and then find the difference. You will get the determinant. For example, the determinant of this matrix will be 4, 1 the 4, multiplied these two entries and 2, 3 the 6, and 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. So for the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, find the difference of the product of the entries of the diagonal. First of all, multiplied these two entries and then multiplied this diagonal entries. We get AD minus CB, and this is the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. But dear students, in the determinant of matrix A here may be denoted as determinant of A or using this symbol, and don't confuse this symbol notation with absolute value notation. This is not the absolute value notation. This notation represent the determinant of the matrix. Now dear students, you can use the determinant of a matrix to help you solve a system of linear equations. For two equations with two variables written in the form Ax plus by is equal to C, you can construct a matrix of the coefficient of variable. First of all, construct the matrix of the coefficients of variable from the system. Suppose we have a system a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. So this is the coefficient matrix will be a1 b1 and a2 b2. The elements of the coefficient matrix in the first row will be a1 b1 and in the second row a2 b2. Now the coefficient matrix for a system of linear equations in standard form is the matrix formed by the coefficients for the variable and the equations. And then find the determinant of this coefficient matrix before using the Cramer rule. So the determinant of this coefficient matrix, suppose denoted by D, then this is the determinant of the coefficient matrix of this 2 by 2 system. Now using Cramer rule to find the solution of a system of 2 by 2 equations or system of 3 equation. So in the Cramer rule, to find the value of x, first of all find a new determinant, suppose called dx, and dx is obtained by replacing the x coefficient in the first column of the matrix D with the constant from the right hand side of the equations. So replacing the coefficients from the first column by the constant of right hand side. So from this matrix D, this is the coefficient matrix of the system. So to find the value of x, replacing this first column by the constant which lies in the right hand side of the system, we obtain the value of x, which is equal to c1 b1. This is the new determinant dx, which contain the entries in the first row c1 b1 and in the second row c2 b2, and dividing by the determinant of the coefficients matrix. Now for the solution of y, replace the coefficient from the second column by the constant which lies on the right hand side of the equation, and this new determinant will be called dy. So find the determinant of this dy matrix, dividing by the determinant of the coefficient matrix, we get the value of y. Now suppose we have a system of 3 equations in 3 variables like x, y and z. We obtain by setting up 4 determinants for the solution of system of linear equation by Cramer rule. So first of all obtain the determinant d, and this d consists of the coefficients of x, y and z from the given 3 equations, and then obtain the determinant dx for the value of x. Dx is obtained by placing the coefficients in the first column of coefficient matrix D with the constant from the right sides of the equations, and then obtain dy for the value of y. Dy is obtained by replacing the y coefficients in the second column of D with the constant from the right sides of the equations, and then obtain dz. dz is the new determinant for the solution of z for the value of z, and this new determinant dz is obtained by replacing the z coefficients in the third column of D matrix with the constants from the right sides of the equations, and then at the end to find the value of x, divide the determinant value of dx by the determinant value of d, and for dy divide the determinant of the determinant value of dy by the determinant value of d, and for z divide the determinant value of dz by the determinant value of d. Now Dear students, you can use Cramer rule to tell whether the system represented by the matrix has one solution, no solution, or infinite many solutions. So since we have learned in the previous lecture that the solution of system of non-homogeneous linear equation has three possibilities. Maybe the system has one solution, maybe the system has no solution, or maybe the system has infinite many solution. If system has at least one solution, then the system called consistent system, otherwise system called inconsistent system. So in the Cramer rule, dear students, note that if determinant does not equal to 0 of the coefficient matrix, this D is the determinant of the coefficient matrix. This D represent the determinant of the coefficient matrix. So if determinant of the coefficient matrix does not equal to 0, then the system is consistent and has one unique solution. And if D is equal to 0, D is equal to 0 mean the determinant of the coefficient matrix, suppose this in this system, this is the coefficient matrix. So if D is equal to 0, the determinant of this matrix is 0, and at least one numerator determinant is 0. At least one numerator determinant mean dx or dy or dz. If we have if we have a system of three equations. So if D is equal to 0 and at least one numerator determinant is 0, then the system is dependent and has infinite many solutions. So dear students, usually students say that if determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0, then it's mean that the system has no solution. This description is totally wrong. If determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0, then the inverse of the coefficient matrix does not exist. But it does not mean that the system has no solution. It's mean that the system has no unique solution. Maybe the system has no solution or infinite many solution, and it's depend on the numerator determinant by using Cramer rule. So if in the Cramer rule determinant is equal to 0 and at least one numerator determinant like dx or dy is 0, then the system dependent and has infinite many solution. And note that in case of unique solution, the graphical representations of linear equations is the equation intersect each other at only one point. And if the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0 and at least one numerator determinant is 0, then the system is dependent and has infinite many solution. In case of infinite many solution, these lines overlap each other and lines intersects each other at infinite many points. And if D is equal to 0 and neither numerator determinant is 0, then the system inconsistent and has no solution. In case of no solution, this graphical representations of lines will be parallel. In this case, line will be parallel. So dear students, for all these three cases, system has one solution, no solution, or infinite many solution, if the determinant of the coefficient matrix does not 0 and no one numerator determinant is 0, then the system has one unique solution. And if the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0 and at least one numerator determinant is 0, then the system is dependent and has infinite many solution. And if the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0 and neither numerator is 0, then the system inconsistent and has no solution. Now let's move on an example. Suppose we have a system of two equation, 2x plus y is equal to 10 and 3x minus 2y is equal to 8. First of all, find the construct the coefficient matrix. This is the coefficient matrix. In the first equation we have the coefficient 2 and 1, and in the second equation we have the coefficients 3 minus 2. So the coefficient matrix contain the entries 2 1 in the first row and 3 minus 2 in the second row. So to find the determinant of this coefficient matrix, suppose we represent the determinant of the coefficient matrix by D, then the determinant of this matrix is 2 multiplied minus 2 and 1 multiplied 3. 2 to the 4 minus 3 is equal to minus 7. So the determinant of the coefficient matrix does not 0, so the system is a consistent system. Now to find the other determinant, dx and dy, and this is the step number 2 for the solution. Solve for each variable by replacing the coefficients of that variable with the constant as shown in this presentation. For example, for the value of x, replace the first column coefficients by the constant which lies in the right hand side of the equation. We get the new determinant dx, which contain c1 b1 c2 b2, and dividing by the determinant of the coefficient matrix we obtain the value of x. So for the value of x, 10 and 8 lies in the system at the right hand side. This is 10 and 8. 10 and 8 are the coefficient, are the constant. 10 8 1 minus 2. b1 b2 has the value, b1 b2 has the value 1 minus 2. Now to find the determinant of this, to find this determinant and then dividing by minus 7, we obtain 4. And now for the value of y, replace the coefficient of the second column by the constant which lies in the right hand side of the equation. We obtain another determinant dy. So dy contain the entries a1 c1 a2 c2, and the first column the coefficient matrix entries 2 and 3, and the constant at the right hand side is 10 and 8. Now find the determinant of this dy, and dividing by minus 7 we obtain the value of y as 2. So the solution is 4 and 2. Now another example, suppose we have a system of two equations, 3x plus 5 is equal to 2y, 15 minus 6y is equal to minus 9x. First of all, dear students, rearrange the second equation. We obtain a system 3x minus 2y is equal to minus 5, and 9x minus 6y is equal to minus 15. So first of all, construct the coefficient matrix and then find its determinant. This is the coefficient matrix, and the determinant of the coefficient matrix contain the entries 3 minus 2 9 minus 6. These are the coefficient 3 minus 2 9 minus 6, and the determinant of this coefficient matrix is 3 multiplied minus 6 minus 9 multiplied minus 2, 3 6 the 18, and 2 9 the 18. Minus 18 plus 18 is equal to 0. So dear students, since in this system the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0, so the system is either inconsistent or dependent. Check the denominator of x and y to see if either is 0. So the determinant of dx, this is the determinant of dx. Dx mean replace the coefficient from the first column by the constant which lies in the system at right hand side. So minus 15 minus 5 minus 2 minus 15 minus 6. This new determinant contain the entries minus 5 minus 2 minus 15 minus 6, which is equal to 0. 5 6 the 30, minus 5, or from minus 5 minus 6, 5 6 the 30, minus minus plus, so plus 30 and plus 30. But in the determinant, since we find the difference of the product, so 30 minus 30 is equal to 0. Now to find dy determinant for the y, so for the y we obtain the new determinant dy a1c1 a2c2. For the y, we obtain the new determinant dy, and dy replaced the coefficient from the second column by the constant which lies at the right hand side of the equation. So we obtain 3 minus 5, 9 is minus 15, and this determinant also equal to 0. 15 3 the 45 and 5 9 the 45. In this column we obtain the product of these two, minus 45 and minus 45. So the difference of the minus 45 minus 45 plus 45 minus 45 plus 45 will be 0. Since at least one nominator determinant is 0, this determinant is 0 and this determinant also equal to 0. So in this case, at least one nominator determinant 0, the system is dependent and has infinite many solutions. So another example for dear students, but note that for many solution in the next lecture we will discuss another method by which we can find so many solutions, but in the Cramer rule we cannot find so many solutions in this situation if at least one nominator is 0. Now there is another example. In this system we have the first equation, 6x minus 2y is equal to 14 and 3x is equal to y plus 7. First of all, rearrange. The second equation is 6x minus 2y is equal to 14, and the second equation will be 3x minus y is equal to 7. Now first of all, find the determinant of the coefficient matrix. The coefficient matrix contains the constant coefficients 6 minus 2, 3 minus 1, and the determinant is equal to 6 and minus 1 multiplied, we get minus 6, minus 2 and 3 minus 6, and minus 6 plus 6, so the determinant is 0. Since in this system the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0, so the system is either inconsistent or dependent. Check the nominator for x and y to see if either is 0. Now this is the new determinant dx, and this is the determinant of the coefficient matrix. For the new determinant dx, for the value of x, replace the coefficient from the first column by the constant which lies on the right hand side of the system. We obtain c1 b1, c2 b2. b1 b2 is the coefficient of the second column, and replace the coefficient of the first column by the constant 14 and 7, and this determinant 14 multiplied minus 1 minus 14, 7 multiplied minus 2 minus 2. So to find the difference, for minus 14 minus 14 plus 14 minus 14 plus 14 is equal to 0. Because d is equal to 0, the coefficient determinant of the coefficient matrix 0, and one of the nominator determinant is equal to 0, so the system is dependent and has infinite many solutions. Now using Cramer rule for 3 by 3 system, we need to find the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. One of the method here, and this method we have already discussed this method in the previous lecture, that if we find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, then we can use the expansion by cofactor expansion method, also cofactor expansion along R1, cofactor expansion along R2, similarly cofactor expansion along R3 or by any column. So the determinant of the 3 by 3 system, this is the cofactor, this is the coefficient matrix of 3 by 3 system, and the determinant of this coefficient matrix can be found by this matrix or can be found by the cofactor expansions. So if we use this method for 3 by 3 matrix, we can use this method also. The procedure of this method is rewrite the first two columns at the right side of the determinant. Rewrite the first two columns at the right side of the determinant and add the sum of the products of the red diagonal entries. Then subtract the sum of the product of the blue diagonal entries. These are the sum of the product of the red diagonals, and these are the sum of the product of the blue diagonal entries. So subtract this result from this result, we obtain the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Now dear students, as I have already told you, for the system of two equations by using the Cramer rule, so note that the situation is similar for 3 by 3 system also. Suppose we have a system, then first of all find the determinant of the coefficient matrix, and then find the value of x using the new determinant dx, and find the value of y by using the new determinant dy, and for the value of x divide the determinant dx by d, and for the y divide the determinant dy by d, and we can obtain the d determinant from the coefficient matrix. Now since I have already told you that if d does not equal to 0, then the system has unique solution, and if d is equal to 0 and no nominator is 0, then the system is inconsistent, and if d is equal to 0 and at least one nominator is 0, then the system may be inconsistent or dependent. For example, we have a system of three equations: 4p plus 4c plus 9f is equal to 3400, and another equation p plus c plus f is equal to 680, and in the third equation we have 4c is equal to 1700. Now first of all find the coefficient matrix. In the coefficient matrix we have the entries 4, 4, 9, 1, 1, 1, and the coefficients of p is 0, the coefficient of f is also 0, but the coefficient of c is 4. Dear students, in this system the unknown are p, c, and f. So to find the determinant of this coefficient matrix by using the previous method or using the cofactor expansion method, we obtain the determinant is 20. Now to find the value of p, replace the first column, the first coefficients column from the coefficient matrix by the constant which lies on the right hand side of the system, and find this new determinant and dividing the value of this new determinant by d. D is the determinant of the coefficient matrix value. And for value of c, replace the second column coefficients by the constant which lies on the right hand side, and find this new determinant and divide the new determinant value by the d value. D means the determinant of the coefficient matrix. So for the value of f, replace the third column coefficients by the constant and find this new determinant value, divide the new determinant value by d. D is the determinant of the coefficient matrix. So the determinant of this the value of this determinant is 2380, and the determinant of the coefficient matrix since is 20. So divide this result by 20, we obtain the value of p is 119. Now the determinant value, the value of this determinant is 8500, and the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 20. So divide 8500 by 20, we obtain 725. Now to find the determinant of this, using any method, the determinant of this the value of this determinant is 2720, and the determinant of the coefficient matrix is 20. So for the value of f, divide 2720 dividing by 20, we get 136. Now suppose we have another example of 3 by 3 three equations. The first equation contain 4p plus 4c plus 9f is equal to 3200, and the second equation has p plus 6 P plus C plus F is equal to 700, and the second equation is 4C plus 9F is equal to 2240. So the coefficient matrix and the determinant of the coefficient matrix contain the entries 4, 4, 9, 1, 1, 9, 1, 1, 1. In the second equation, the coefficients are 1, 1, and 1. And in the second equation, the coefficient of P is 0, the coefficient of C is 4, and the coefficient of F is 9. So, dear student, in this system, the unknown are P, C, and F. So, to find the determinant of the coefficient matrix using any method or use a calculator, dear students, you will get easily the determinant of this matrix is 20. Now, to find the value of P, like the similar example, construct a new determinant dx and divide the value of dx by d. Similarly, for C, construct the new determinant dy and divide the value of dy by d. We obtain the value of C. And for the F, construct the new determinant dz. So similarly, since here we are going to find the value of P, so name the new determinant dp, here dc, and for F the new determinant is df. So find the determinant of df dividing by the value of the coefficient determinant, we get the value of F. So here the determinant value of dp is 4800, and the determinant value of dc is 7600, and the determinant value of df is 1600. So dividing this result by 20, we obtain the value of P is 240, and the value of C is 380, and the value of F is 80. Now, dear students, this is the last example of our this topic. Suppose we have a system of three equations: 4x minus y plus z is equal to minus 5, and another equation 2x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 10, and the third equation is 4x minus 2y plus 6z is equal to 1. So for the solution, we begin by setting up four determinants, like the determinant of the coefficient matrix, which is represented by D, the new determinant dx, determinant dy, and determinant dz. So since I have already told you that how to construct D consists of the coefficients of x, y, and z from the three equations, and how to obtain the dx determinant. Dx determinant is obtained by replacing the x coefficients in the first column of D with the constants from the right sides of the equations. Similarly, dy is obtained by replacing the y coefficients in the second column of D with the constants from the right sides of the equations, and dz is obtained by replacing the z coefficients in the third column of D with the constant from the right sides of the equations. So first of all, construct D determinant. This is the coefficient matrix which contain the entries in the first row 4, minus 1, 1, and in the second row 2, 2, 3, in the third row 5, minus 2, and 6. Since in the system we have the coefficient in the first row 4, minus 1, 1, in the second equations 2, 2, 3, and in the third equation we obtain the coefficients 5, minus 2, and 6. So this is the coefficient determinant of the coefficient matrix, and to find the determinant of this coefficient matrix, we can use any method, or using calculator, or using the cofactor expansion. Suppose here we want to find the determinant of this matrix by using the cofactor expansion along R1. The cofactor expansion along R1, the cofactor of 4 is equal to 4. Now deleting the first row and first column, we obtain the minor matrix 2, 3, minus 2, 6, and the another cofactor will be negative, since the position of -1 is the first row and second column. So using the formula for the cofactors, -1 power I plus j, -1 power I plus j, I represent now the first row and j represent the second column. So -1 power 1 plus 2 minus 1 power 3, we obtain the negative sign, and the element is a -1. So the cofactor of -1 is a minus into -1, and the minor matrix is 2, 3, 5 and 6. And similarly the cofactor of 1, by deleting the first row and third column, we obtain +1. The position of this element is a first row and third column. So -1 power 1 plus 3 is equal to -1 power 4. This is the formula for the cofactors. And minor matrix M33. So the cofactor of 1 is +1, and the new minor determinant matrix is contain the elements 2, 2, 5, -2. Now to find the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix, 2, 6, the 12, minus 2 multiplied -2, -6, minus +1, 2, 6, the 12, 3, 5, the 15, 12, 1 is 15, and 1, 2, -2, -4, 2, 5, the 10. And after simplification, we get the coefficient matrix determined is 55. Similarly, for the dx determinant mean replace the first column from the coefficient matrix by the constant which lies on the right hand side of the system. In this system, at the right hand side, we obtain -5, 10 and 1. -5, 10 and 1. So in other columns it is now using the cofactor expansion along R1, the determinant of this matrix will be -55, and using for dy replace the second column of the coefficient matrix by the constant, and find the determinant of this by using cofactor expansion along R1. We obtain the determinant of dy is equal to 165. And similarly, find the determinant dz. For dz, replace the coefficient of third column by constant which lies on the right hand side of the given system. So dz determine obtain the entries 4, -1, -5 at first row, 2 to 10 at the second row, 5, -2 and 1 at the third row, and then find the determinant of this matrix by using cofactor expansion along R1. We obtain the determinant is 1, 1, 10. Now substitute these 4 values into the formula from Cramer rule. Since in Cramer rule we have the formula for the variable x, that dx divided by d. The dx value is -55 and the d value is 55. So we get the value of x is -1, and for y dy divided by d, the value of dy is 165 divided by 55, which is equal to 3. And for z, divide the value of dz by d, 110 divided by 55, which is equal to 2. So the solution of the system is -1, 3 and 2. And this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.